Welcome back to Plainsmen Pulse, the heartbeat of Enid High Athletics. I'm Carson LaRue alongside Jordan. Week 5 is here, Plainsmen Nation. Get ready. Tonight's show is packed.
From football to pom to cheer, the Plainsmen and Pacers are leaving it all out there. We've got highlights, interviews, and insights to bring you straight into the action.
Grab a seat, Plainsmen fans, your favorite snacks and drinks, because it's a good one today. So getting into the recap. Last time Enid played, they visited Stillwater and fell 0-69. Stillwater's passing game got the job done early. The Plainsmen just couldn't stop that or the rushing attack from the Pioneers offense.
This week, it's a home game against Deer Creek, a great 6A team. The keys to the game are simple. Utilize the rushing attack. Defense needs to add pressure on the quarterback. Throw it down the field to the wide receiver. If Enid hits those marks, Enid can win their first game of the season.
It's a very high possibility for Enid to win their first game and at home under the spotlights. So breaking down the red zone, since Enid didn't play last week, let's take a look around 6A football.
Bixby did what they do best and took down Choctaw 57-7 in front of a home crowd.
Carl Albert would defend their home turf and make a statement, beating Stillwater 28-19.
Norman North took on Moore and would pull off the upset, winning 61-24 and moving up in the 6A rankings.
Norman faced off against the Piedmont Wildcats and would end up winning 37-7 to keep their undefeated season alive.
Now we're going into our interviews with Coach Sears, Lucas Sears, Pom, and Cheer.
I'm here with Olivia and Coach Carey with Cheer. And Olivia, I'd like to ask you some questions today.
Okay.
So first one, what's it like there? What's it like being on the sideline with the student section and, keeping the crowd engaged?
It's a very surreal feeling of just being out there, and it's something that a lot of our girls have worked a really long time to do. So,
how do you feel when you're doing it? Do you feel excited to do it?
Oh, yes. I feel very excited. I love cheering. It's something I've always wanted to do, so I love it.
And how do you and your teammates keep the energy up when the game gets tight or late into the fourth quarter?
We really just we're there to perform and we're there to entertain, so we just keep up with that mindset that even if the team is going through a struggle, we have to keep it up, keep the energy up.
Of course. What's your favorite part about getting to work with the little kids during the mini cheer camp?
I love mini cheer. I love watching all the little girls get so excited because they look up to us. And then just watching them learn the cheers and get excited as we do.
Of course, that sounds really fun. With competition season ahead, what goals do you and the squad have?
Our goals for for regionals is that we improve our scores from last year, and then the obvious goal is to make it to state.
Awesome. It's amazing. Do you have a favorite chant, routine, or tradition that always gets, the fans going?
We have a few new traditions. We have the sign language E that we started doing in our routines, and then at the beginning of every game, we have the flag runners and the tumblers and the stunts that we put up.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for coming on today, Olivia. It was a pleasure talking to you. Hello, I'm here with Coach Carey. My name is Matthias, and I would like to ask you a few questions today.
Okay.
What's your overall vision for Enid Cheer this season?
Just to keep the girls spirited on the sideline, most important for them to have fun. We're doing a lot of community events to keep the littles involved so they'll stay in cheer longer. Just mainly them having fun.
Of course. How has the squad been preparing, not just for football Friday nights, but also for competition season?
Well, they had tryouts back in March, and they've started practicing in May, and they've practiced all summer. They went to a camp. These girls they're at it year-round. They really have 2 weeks throughout the year that they have a break. So they've been to one camp at OU. They've won a lot of awards when we were there. We are having our choreography camp this weekend. They have a lot of practices that they've been preparing for everything.
I love the dedication. What does hosting things like the mini cheer camp mean for your program and for connecting with younger kids in the community?
We just like to have the kids involved and get everybody interested in cheer, because the sooner they're interested, the longer we have to work with them, and we can keep them involved with us so then they can start trying out in middle school and just having more girls on the sideline so we can be more spirited, and just we love having the littles around.
Yeah, of course. And lastly, what's one thing you're most proud of about this year's team so far?
This year's team is a great group of girls. They all get along. They're all willing to put in extra effort. They do all the community services. They get along wonderful. This team has a lot of spirit, and that is awesome. And they have the most fun, and that's really what it's all about, is all the fun that they have together.
Yeah, well, that was really amazing. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
All right, hello, my name is Dryden Robert G. with Coach Sears. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, so I've got about 4 questions lined up for you for today's interview. Homecoming brings a lot of excitement. How do you make sure your team stays locked in on the game itself?
Well, when we during the homecoming practice week, we try to tell the boys it's just a normal week. Try to enjoy the festivities, but there's still a mission at hand, to go play the game and win the game. So we try to just keep them locked in practice, and usually the boys do a really good job at that.
Yeah. So Deer Creek has been a strong program. What are the keys to slowing them down this Friday night?
Pretty much stopping the run. We've been telling the boys all week, once we stop the run, the fun part starts when we can defend the pass. Coaching D-line, we love the pass rush, but, the important part is just stopping the run. And because they do a lot of gap scheme stuff, which that means they pull, they block down, they do pin and pull, which is kind of the same thing, but they block out. So it's just, just basically just hitting our aiming points and stopping the run.
So what I'm hearing is play defense and score points where you can?
Yes, just being on the defensive side, our job is to get the ball back for the offense, and that starts with being physical up front, and just knowing your assignments in the back end. And if we have opportunities, if the ball's on the turf, we got to get the ball. If the ball's in the air, that ball's ours.
All right. So from week 1 to now, what growth have you seen that makes you proud of this group of players?
They're starting to get better with attention to detail, focusing up a little bit more, especially in meetings. Like we have the kids bringing their pen and pads in meetings because, we install a lot of stuff on the run in practice. And so you can't always remember that, particularly because we have boys playing both ways. So, sometimes their minds turn to mush when they're learning the offensive scheme and then have to turn around and learn the defensive scheme. So we just try to they've been really focused up the last couple of weeks with taking notes when they're supposed to.
All right. And what does it mean to you personally to coach during a homecoming game in front of the home crowd?
Well, this weekend is it's going to be pretty different for me because, it's my high school reunion. So I got a lot of my old classmates, some of my teammates, they'll be in the stands. And a lot of people who graduate from me in high, they're very interested in, what's going on in the program and how things are going.
Sounds like it's an important game to you today.
It's a very
or not today,
game.
This Friday.
It's a very important game.
Well, I wish you all luck.
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Jordan, time for picks of the week, a loaded slate. Let's roll through this. Game 1, Bixby versus Jinx, the Backyard Bowl. I got Bixby 30-17. Their offense is rolling, and the defense is destroying everyone right now.
I get that, but rivalry pressure is always there. Jinx with the upset, 28-24.
The home field advantage gives Jinx the edge. I'm with Dryden, 29-27.
I got Jinx 31-28. Jinx rushing attack is legit, and Caden Jones is the best back in Oklahoma.
The rushing game will decide this one. Whoever wins that battle wins this game.
And the fourth quarter will tell the story. Execution matters most.
Game 2, Moore versus Mustang. I got Moore 17-3. Low-scoring game. Both of them have a top defense.
Mustang is fast and explosive. 35-14. Mustang is my pick.
Moore's passing attack makes 21-14 realistic.
I got Mustang 24-21. Their passing attack wins them this game.
This game will come down to which defense can hold their ground and stop big plays from happening.
The first half pace will tell the story. Whoever sets it controls the game.
Game 3, Broken Arrow versus Owasso. I got Owasso 28-20. They bounce back after a slow start.
Broken Arrow's tough. 27-21. Close game for sure.
I'm going to say 31-24. Broken Arrow is going to take this game.
I got Owasso 24-17. Close game, but Owasso always has had stronger players.
This game will come down to the wire for sure.
One big stop or third down conversion could swing it either way.
Enid versus Deer Creek. Now it's time for your Enid placement picks. I got Enid 27-24, a nail biter, but the Plainsmen take out the Antlers.
Enid 14-3. Both defenses will stay on their toes for this game.
All right. I'm going to go Deer Creek 17-10. Their passing attack is on point this season.
Let's go Enid 14-7. Defense will stop their offense.
This game will be decided in the final minutes. Red zone execution and turnovers will make all the difference.
Every possession matters. Both teams need to score quickly to stay in this game.
The crowd and the energy will for sure be in Enid's advantage.
Plainsman Nation, mark it down. Enid pulls off their first win of the season.
This is where it gets fun. We're not always going to agree, but that's what makes Picks of the Week worth watching.
Exactly. We'll see who's right this Friday.
What a week. Football, band, and others, all athletes are leaving it all on the field and on the course.
From the gridiron to the field to the course, Plainsman Nation is fired up. Next week, we'll bring you more highlights, interviews, and predictions.
Thanks for tuning in.
This has been Plainsman Pulse, the heartbeat of Enid High Athletics. Go win, Plainsman Nation, and we'll see you next week.
I'm Carson LaRue.
And I'm Dryden G.
And the Pulse starts now.